Dear children, we are learning The Merchant of Venice, Act 3, and in the last class we understood Act 3, Scene 3. Today, let us understand Act 3, Scene 4. And in the last class, we were there in Venice, the street, and Salarino, Antonio, and the jailer and Shylock were there. And Antonio was pleading Shylock for mercy to forgive the bond and relieve him from the punishment. But Shylock was not ready to accept his request, and he told that he will have his bond. And all of them left the stage now. And Jessica, Lorenzo, Nerissa, Portia, and Portia's man called Balthazar are there on the stage, and they are in Belmont. Lorenzo begins his speech in this scene. Lorenzo, open your text and follow where I am reading. It is in Act 3, Scene 4. Madam, although I speak it in your presence, you have a noble and a true conceit of godlike amity. Here, Lorenzo says that Portia, ma'am, I am talking to you and I am praising you in your presence, before you, and it is true that you have a noble, and he is praising her, you have a noble and true understanding of God-like amity. What do you mean by amity? Friendship. And he is praising Portia that, ma'am, you have a different understanding, and you have a good understanding, and you have a true understanding, and you know what is true friendship. And not only that, you respect the true friendship. And what he says, which appears most strongly what you have in you, that is respecting the true friendship, is appeared most strongly from your way of behaving. So here Portia's character is set by Lorenzo. From the beginning, we are learning many characters of Portia, all the good characters, so many good characters she has. And here Lorenzo is adding one more. She is a lady who respects true friendship, and she understands it very well, and it is shown in her activity, from her behavior. What was that activity? What was the behavior she showed before others? It is clearly seen from your way of behaving. What is that? He is telling in the next sentence. In bearing thus the absence of your Lord. We all know that the day on which they got married, not even the same day, they stayed together the night, but she allowed Bassanio, and she gave permission to Bassanio to go to Venice. And why she is sending Bassanio to Venice? She came to know that Bassanio's, her Lord's true friend, is in suffering. So she cannot bear it, and she is sending him to Venice. That is, so she is staying without his Lord's presence. That means in the absence of her Lord. So in bearing means she is tolerating and she is bearing that situation where the newly married husband, that means on the same day, she is allowing him to go. It's all because of her good nature. What is that good nature? Respecting the friendship. What friendship? And that is noble and true friendship. And she has another character, what he says, God-like amity, God-like friendship. That means very noble and true friendship. He is talking about Bassanio and Antonio's friendship. But if you knew to whom you show this honor, without knowing much about Antonio, just the letter, when Bassanio received the letter, from the letter, what all Antonio expected, and some description Bassanio also said before her. In short, in that very few things she could come to know from the letter and Bassanio. Even then, she had sent Bassanio to save Antonio. So Lorenzo is telling that if you knew to whom you show this honor, if you have come to know that what type of man Antonio is, to whom you show this honor, to whom she has shown this honor, to Antonio. How true a gentleman you send relief, honor, and you have sent Bassanio to relieve a true gentleman and honor. How dear a lover of my Lord your husband. Not only he is a true gentleman, he is very close, dear lover of my Lord. That means Bassanio and your husband. Your husband, Bassanio's true friend, and not only he is a true friend, and he is dear lover of Bassanio, and he is a true gentleman. So Lorenzo, in the first part of his speech, he gives the character of Portia, and in the second part he says the character of Antonio. I know you would be prouder of the work if you come to know that about that gentleman. You will be proud about your work. What work? Sending Bassanio to save him. Than customary bounty can enforce you. Normally you do good things. When you do all the generous work and good thing, and your generosity, you understand, that make you feel happy and good. If you come to know about this gentleman, you will be prouder than what you will have normally. So this was a speech of Lorenzo. Now Portia is replying to Lorenzo. I never did repent for doing good, nor shall not now, for in companions that to converse and waste the time together, whose souls to bear an equal yoke of love. Here, what she says, I never felt sorry for doing good. I always do good to the people, and whenever I do good, I never feel sorry, why did I do that? And now also the same, for in companions who talk together and spend the time together, and whose souls bear an equal love. That means here she talks about Bassanio and Antonio's friendship. Though both of them had a talk, converse means they had a chat together, and whose souls do bear on equal yoke of love. So, whose souls bear an equal load of love, there must necessarily be a matching balance of. So, both of them spent a lot of time with talking, and they spent most of the time together. That means I can understand very well that they'll be having the balanced characteristics. Both of them will be having the similar characteristics. Equal yoke of love, whose souls to bear on equal yoke of love means I can understand that how much Bassanio is good, that much Antonio also will be good. There must be needs like a proportion of lineaments of manners and of spirit, which makes me think that this Antonio, being the bosom lover of my Lord, must needs be like my Lord. So, knowing that how intimate Antonio and Bassanio, making me to understand that both of them will be having the same characteristics and same nature, must needs be like my Lord. He will be also like my Lord, equally good. If it be so, when it is so, how little is the cost I have bestowed in purchasing the semblance of my soul. That means my soul, she says that her husband, Bassanio. So semblance means resemblance, similar natured person. So Bassanio is so good. So Antonio is so good, and sending my husband to save him by spending a little amount is not at all enough. And this is nothing what I have done for him. And in purchasing the semblance of my soul from out of the state of hellish cruelty, what I have spent to save Antonio from the hellish cruelty means from the hands of Shylock, the cruel Shylock, it is nothing, because I have come to know that Antonio is also so good. This comes too near the praising of myself. Therefore, this comes too near the praising of myself. So, I feel good to do such a thing. So, I am happy to do that. So, therefore, no more of it. Now, let all those talk be kept aside. Therefore, no more of it means let's stop talking about that point. Here, other things. Now, listen to other things, Lorenzo. So, here, Portia is diverting Lorenzo to some other points. What are the other things she is wanting Lorenzo to listen? Lorenzo, I commit into your hands the husbandry and manage of my house. So what other responsibility and what other matter she wants to talk with Lorenzo? She says that, listen Lorenzo, I give into your hands the management of my house. You are going to take care of my house. Husbandry and manage of my house. Husbandry means all my belongings and my things which I have of my house until now, until my Lord's return, until my husband comes back. For my own part, I have, so you are going to take care of my belongings till my husband comes back. And from my part, something I want to do. So what she wants to do? I have toward heaven breathed a secret vow. That means she is telling Lorenzo that towards heaven. That means I prayed and I took oath to live in prayer and contemplation. So she says that contemplation means meditation and attending the prayer related things. To live in prayer and contemplation. So she wants to spend her time in prayer, and that means she wants to keep herself away from all the responsibility of the houses and spend time in the presence of God and lift her eyes towards heaven. To live in prayer and contemplation, only attended by Nerissa here. So I am going to take only Nerissa. No other person will come with me, and we both of us will stay together and pray until her husband and my Lord's return. So both of us will go till Graciano and Besanio come back. There is a monastery 2 miles off. Monastery means people, the priest who stay there, and that means a church background, the place where the people can spend time in prayer. So 2 miles off from here, it is 2 miles away, and we both of us will go there and spend time in prayer. And there will we abide. I do desire you not to deny this imposition. Lorenzo, this responsibility, I want to give it in your hands. So don't refuse to accept it. So accept this request, the which my love and some necessity now lays upon you. I hope you will. I desire you not to deny. I hope you will accept it and you will not refuse it. And this requirement of your service, this service some necessity now lays upon you. This responsibilities I have given you, this service I need from you. So you will not refuse to accept my request and do the necessities for me. So I hope you will accept it. So Portia is requesting Lorenzo to take care of her belongings. So Lorenzo, Madam, with all my heart I shall obey you in all fair commands. He says, Madam, my lady, she is addressing Portia, Madam, with all my heart, I will obey what all you just commands. So Portia, my people do already know my mind and will acknowledge you and Jessica. So Portia says that, Lorenzo, you no need to worry about anything because my people, my servants know all my intentions and they will acknowledge whatever I expect from them. So Jessica and Lorenzo, you no need to worry about the servant and the other work. In place of Lord Besanio and myself, and so farewell till we shall meet again. So Portia has given the responsibility in the hands of Lorenzo, and she says that till we meet again, all the responsibilities of my Lord and myself, I am giving it to you. Farewell, bye-bye, till we meet again. So Lorenzo, fair thoughts and happy hours attend on you. So you have thought of good things to spend time in the presence of God and to spend time in prayer, and let your thoughts be blessed. And Jessica, I wish your ladyship all hearts content. And Jessica is also wishing Portia that all your heart's content be fulfilled and all your desires be fulfilled. So then Portia speaks to Jessica and Lorenzo. I thank you for your wish and I am well pleased to wish it back on you. Fare you well, Jessica. So she is thanking both of them, and now Jessica and Lorenzo left that place. Both of them moved, and who are all there? They are moved from the stage. They are only Portia, Balthasar and Nerissa, three of them are there. Now, after Jessica and Lorenza left the stage, Portia is giving a letter to Balthasar. Now, Balthasar, as I have ever found thee honest, true. So, we know that he is a man of Portia and he is a true person who does all the work to Portia till now. So, let me find thee still. Now also you will be the same. Take the same letter and use thou all the endeavour of man in speed to Padua. See thou render this into my cousin's hand, Dr. Bellario, and look what notes and garments he doth give thee. Bring them, I pray thee, with imagined speed, unto the traject to the common ferry, which trades to Venice. Waste no time in words. So, Portia is sending Balthasar to her cousin's place. Her cousin's name is Dr. Bellario, and asking him to hand over this letter, and he will give you some notes and garments after seeing the letter. Bring them, and in such a speed you can come as speed as you can. You come back to the common ferry where this the place where one boarded the boat. So she wants Balthasar to come back to the place where the boats carry the people. Ferry means traveling from here and there through water, which trades to Venice. So the place where we catch the boat to travel to Venice. So without wasting your time, go immediately and you'll be there. So Balthasar says, Madam, I go with all convenient speed. Madam, I will go as fast as I can. And he exits. He also moves from the stage. Now Portia and Nerissa are there, and both of them are having their talk. So Portia says, come on, Nerissa, I have work in hand that you yet know not of. We'll see our husbands before they think of us. So now she is telling some things which she wants to do. What all she has in her mind, she is telling to Nerissa what she wants to do. Nerissa, come, we have some work and we shall see our husband before they think of us. So both of our husband have gone to Venice. We'll go to Venice and we'll meet them, and before they think that we will think of us, we will go and meet them. And Nerissa, shall they see us? Can they see us there? So Portia says, they shall, Nerissa, but in such a habit. Yes, they can see us, but in different. What is the different? In such an attire, such a habit, such an attire, that means in a different dress, that they shall think we are accomplished with that we lack. That they will think that we have what we do not have. I lay and bet with you. I'll hold thee any wager. So she wants to meet Bassanio there in Venice, not in the attire what they are used, but in a different attire. And what she says, I'll hold thee any wager when we are both. That means she is now telling that we both of us will have a bet. What bet? She says, when we are both accounted like young men, when we all both dressed like an young man, I'll prove the prettier fellow of the two. I'll be looking prettier than you. And wear my dagger. What all? This is one of the important part in this scene. So she is telling us in what way she will change herself in all her attire, means dressing, and also the way she speaks and the way she walks and the thing what all she will change herself. So she is telling Nerissa, this is the way I will be, and you will be also in a different attire. But when we are in a different attire, I will look better than you, and wear my dagger with a braver grace. I will carry my dagger along with me and speak between the change of man and boy. That means I will change my voice as a broken voice with a reed voice and turn two mincing steps into a manly stride and speak of phrase. Not only I change my voice, and I'll take the steps and I change my walking style also like a man. And also underline all these things. First he will change her dress, and she will carry dagger, and she will change her voice, and not only changing her voice, she will change her way of walking too. She will show as if she man walks, and into a manly stride and speak of phrase, and she will talk all the phrase, and she will talk in that way and speak of fights or duels like a fine boastful youth, and in that way she will speak and boast about herself, bragging youth like a boastful youth, and tell point lies. So many lies I will tell in my stories. How honorable ladies sought my love, and I will talk in this way in front of others when we travel to Venice, or in before others I will show myself that I am a young fellow and having all kind of boasting nature, praising myself, and how honorable ladies sought my love, which I denying, and I will say all these lies. How ladies were after me, they fell sick and died, and those ladies who were after me, as I ignored them, they felt sick of my love and they died. These are the lies she will say. She is telling to Nerissa when she dress up herself as a young boy. I could not do withal, then I'll repent and wish for all that I had not killed them. So I could not help it. So because many people loved me, I could not help it. Then I shall feel sorry, and with that I had not killed them. So I feel that means she says that I boast myself in that way, that so many young girls were after me and they loved me. When I ignored them, when I neglected them, they died, and I felt sorry for that because I could not help them. And that men shall swear I have discontinued school above a 12-month. People who listen my talk, all this phrase and all the boasting, they believe, they will trust that I am a fellow and I am a boy who has just left schooling and having my I have left school about a year ago. That means only just a year ago I completed my schooling. I have within my mind 1,000 raw tricks. I have my mind 1,000 tricks of these bragging jacks which I will practice. So I have many tricks to make the people to be fooled by my attire. And Nerissa, why shall we turn to men? Why should we change ourselves as young fellows? Why we should change? Portia, fie, shame. What a question is that? If thou wert near a lewd interpreter, if you were near a vulgar interpreter, but come, so you are such a fool, but come, I'll tell thee all my whole device. See, why should we change ourselves? Why should we disguise ourselves as young fellows? It is because I'll tell you all the device, all the ways, all the plan what I have when we travel. When I am in my coach, which stays for us. So let's go to the coach. That means the vehicle which is going to take them to the ferry is there in front of her house. So she is telling, let's sit in the coach, and when we go there, I'll tell you all these things. At the park gate where the coach is waiting for both of them, it is waiting at the park gate, underline. And therefore haste away. So come on, hurry up, we'll go fast. For we must measure 20 miles today. Today we have to travel 20 miles. To reach Venice, they have to travel 20 miles. So do fast. Let's be now to do fast, come fast. I'll explain the rest of the things in the coach. So both of them are also leaving the stage. So here ends the scene 4, and in the next class we'll see scene 5 of Act 3.